and it's Jay, who I guess is well versed in Sex and the City.
Be well versed.
And they sit down and watch an episode and talk about it. I mean, it's a cool hook if you're into that. I love Jay. He's a buddy of mine.
Well, those topic like specific podcasts seem to do really well.
They really are doing well. It's like a whole like
there's podcasts on VHSs and there's when you wear the headphones, there's a little delay when we speak, as you can hear. I find it helps if you go like that, like one on, one off.
Okay. Well, do I need to wear them?
You don't, but when we watch the YouTube stuff, you do.
Okay, cool. All
Which we're gonna start anyway. So we're live on YouTube right now.
Oh,
now we're about to go live on Facebook.
All right.
I love how there's a countdown.
What do you do?
Live on Facebook.
Hey.
Now let me get the audio software going.
Oh God, this is the guy we're gonna watch.
Yeah, so I'm glad you know what's going on already.
He looks like fun. It looks like a fun guy.
I don't think he's very fun.
No. It looks like you don't ever want to take a drink from that guy in a bar.
No, I mean you'd hurt your back bending down.
Oh, is this that little dude?
It's the little dude.
Oh, the bagel man guy. Yeah, this guy's fun.
Well, this clip is 2 minutes long, so I didn't want to play it too long. It starts out, he takes a hit off of his marijuana pipe in his car, and he's like, "Hold on, folks."
It's always a good way to start a video.
Yeah,
first off.
He has to highlight the marijuana usage.
Yeah.
And then he goes into how a girl broke his heart, so he's not going to be so this is only for the live audience, if there's any, that hears the background on the video.
But smoking marijuana can stunt your growth, just so you know.
All right, here we go. I'm going to start it now. 3, 2, 1.
So now I'm going to bluntly put it to you. I want to fuck. So here's the deal.
Oh.
Hit me up on my Instagram, Chris Bagel Boss Morgan. I'm going to be getting on a fishing boat. It's July 19th, correct? 19th. It's 9:15. I'm going to be getting on the boat fishing. I'm going to be back in about 4 or 5 hours. Make sure you say that you're from Long Island and preferably Suffolk County, because that's the area I'm in. And I want you to note to my promoter, say whether or not you're interested. I tried being a nice guy over and over, and all I do is get my mind played with. So, ladies, I do apologize. I'm tired, and I'm tired of getting my heart broken. So I'm pissed. I want to fuck. So if any girl wants to get down, party, smoke weed tonight, and fuck my brains out, and I goddamn mean it, get in touch with my promoter. He'll give you his cell phone number. Make sure you say if you're from Long Island, preferably Suffolk County, and let's have fun. Let's have the time of our lives, because you never know when you're going to go. And I'm putting that out to you. I'm sure there'll be a little something in it for you, too. We can work it out. Peace out.
Oh, so he's straight up propositioning.
Yeah.
I love it. First of all, it's very like Blue Velvet, like baby, what the fuck? You ever seen Blue Velvet with that? Oh my God. It's a classic.
This guy's interesting. All right. So welcome to The Slant.
Hey,
it's me, Sal Caldonado. Chris Brooks is not with me tonight. He got caught up on a job somewhere in Jersey. As the day went on,
let's be honest, he might be on a boat in Long Island. We don't.
I want to fuck.
I want to fuck Chris Brooks. I'm only kidding.
Well, my co-host in grooming, he's new to performing altogether, podcasting, anything, but he's liking this.
Good.
So the way he set his day up today was put the second job of the day deeper into New Jersey. So you're never going to make it back in time. So we switched out Chris's today. We have the host of the Super Live Adventure Podcast.
That's right.
A guy I love podcasting with.
Thank you.
Christopher J. Sorrentino.
Thank you. Same here, brother. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
It's been my pleasure. It was probably a year since you've been on.
Yeah, I think so.
John Saluga.
Yeah, my co-host on Super Live Adventure. Yeah.
Great guys. I went with John Saluga that night, actually, to do a show for Mike Bichetti at New York Comedy Club in Manhattan. That was a great show.
Yeah. I heard it was cool.
It actually got me onto another show at the same venue where I bombed in front of an audience, and the comedians were more like they're more industry. Like there was the guy from Netflix that did the Apu documentary. The problem with the
yes,
poo?
yes, yeah.
I was like, you're that guy.
Yeah, Zaluga knows him as well.
He kind of put his head down. He's like being sick of being known as that guy.
Oh God.
It's like, dude, you destroyed everybody's childhood.
Yeah.
You got to wear the cross now.
Yeah. Now you got to make another video about, another. You're gonna make it like something about a Family Guy character or something like that. You got to broaden your horizon. You can't just be the Apu guy.
I never understood what the problem with the poo was. He standalone. There's guys that sound like him that work at places like that.
Undeniably true. Yeah.
So what is the problem with the poo? Because he used to get called a poo.
I guess no. I think the point was they were like, well, you have a white actor portraying a Middle Eastern or Indian character or Pakistani, whatever Apu is. I don't know, but like you could have got that. I think that's where it swung because.
Okay.
Originally nobody had a problem with anybody just doing a funny voice impression, but now it's, even if you're not going to be seen, you have to be that appropriated person.
So if we had gotten an Indian guy to talk like that, would it still be a stereotype?
No, it would just be true. No, you know what? I don't know if it walks that thin. I don't think so because it's like, I'm an Italian-Irish guy from New York, from an outer borough of New York. So if you were going to hire me to play, like, hey, yo, fucking, Vinny Tits over here, blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't think there would be a problem with it. And I would do it if I'm getting paid the money.
What about Bart Simpson, voiced by a woman? Could they have gotten a guy to do that part? Could they got a nice 8-year-old boy with spiky hair to do that voice?
Well, they shouldn't because it's been on for so goddamn long. Right now, Bart Simpson would be like 64.
But why isn't that a
man?
problem?
I don't have a cow, man. Like
I have a colostomy bag, dude. So back to this guy, Chris Morgan, the bagel boss.
Yeah.
Has everybody heard about him at this point?
I think you're doing yourself a disservice if you haven't, because the guy, that video, that original video of him getting like, I wouldn't even say him berating other people about himself getting berated, which you don't see on the video, and then getting tackled for it is one of the funniest things I've seen in a long time.
Especially because he bellies up to the guy.
Oh,
he bumps
so
his
little
groin pretty much. He's so short.
He's looking up. He's like a little kid, and it's like, oh.
And then he says, "Attack me."
Yeah,
the guy attacks.
He does call it. Yeah, he does. It's just it's fun. Like he goes down so quick. He looks like a ventriloquist dummy, just getting like just sacked. Like he's just down. And I wish there was more. I wish they kept the camera on him.
Well, there's so much more of this guy. He has his own YouTube channel, and he had before that.
Oh, before that, he started doing his own thing?
Now, this is after the Bagel Boss incident. So the Bagel Boss incident, he goes into Bagel Boss on Long Island to get his bagels, and he thinks the woman is laughing at his size pretty much, and he calls her out about it.
Yeah.
And then he brings up how he's been going through that his whole life. He says, so it's okay. Because the way he was talking to the girl, somebody said, don't talk to women like that. And he says, so it's okay in my life for women on dating sites to say you're 5 foot, drop dead. Right? And she said, did I say that to you? And he goes, no, but in general.
Which is funny because I want to see like that progression. Like, like, oh, so what do you do for a living? I buy bagels. Oh, good. So what do you look like? I'm 5 foot. Drop dead. Like you think it, like, how does it get to somebody telling you to drop dead?
Maybe we should check out the original video.
And I'm not a tall dude. It says 5'7" on my license. I won't disclose exactly how tall I am, but according to New York State, I'm 5'7".
He's 4'11", by the way.
4'11".
But on interviews, he says, I'm 5 foot. Like he gives himself the inch.
You always have to give yourself the inch.
I do it.
At the very least the 2 inches.
Except I'm 5'11". I don't say I'm 6 foot. Because I feel like I'm kind of length appropriating at that point.
Well, 6 foot's kind of like a set number. If you're not actually 6 foot,
it's another bracket.
Exactly. You're getting taxed differently and everything. Like it's a completely different bracket.
So this is the original.
Yeah, which is classic.
They have it at 44 seconds. I'm surprised my computer's holding up with all this input. You hear it like skipping around a little?
Yeah.
Why is that okay? Why is it okay for women to say, oh, you're 5 feet on dating sites? You should be dead. That's okay?
He throws his breakfast on the floor.
Here, nobody.
Women in general have said it on dating sites. You think
When
I'm
he gets
making that?
tackled, do you think he just completely squashes his breakfast?
they talk. It's like a table in WWE. He goes through the bagel. Now, when you're that angry, we're married men.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what you do in your relationship, but when you've been mad enough where you've thrown something that's in your hand, you can't go and pick it back up.
Mixed company, you can't. But in front of my wife, I'll pick that breakfast back up.
Yeah, in front of your wife. Okay. But he was waiting for this breakfast. So the clip doesn't show before this is when the argument starts. And they give him his breakfast in the middle of the argument. They say, take your food and leave. So now he's got the food he's waiting for. If you leave it behind, it's kind of like you started this whole altercation for no reason.
Nothing.
So let's see what he does. For nothing. It's all for naught.
Shit up. Everywhere I go, I get the same fucking smirk with the biting lip.
Biting lip.
Shut your mouth. You're not God or my father or my.
At this point in the video, I feel like he's a brave guy.
Yeah.
Because everybody's bigger than him. They're surrounding him now.
Yeah.
And he backs the guy up when he points in his face.
Oh, that first guy's a puss. He's just like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, little striped shirt enthusiast. Like, I'm not...
Yeah, the fact he's wearing striped shirt at that size.
Every video. Yeah, exactly. You would think you would want, vertical stripes, not horizontal. You're fucking 4'11".
Is that like what they say when you wear stripes, it makes you look fatter?
I wouldn't know. No, yeah, no, it's true. If you wear horizontal, it does make you look fatter, and vertical is going to make you look thinner and taller. Exactly. Like this guy's the way he's going about this is completely wrong.
He's got to go
from the
pinstripes.
get-go. Y'all pinstripes, like
all the way,
zoot suit, the whole nine. Like,
yeah, this guy. I had somebody else point out about him. He's like 5 foot, right? We'll say 5 foot. We'll give him an inch.
All right, you're gracious, man.
I got it. I mean, look what the world's giving him. He's not tall enough to be like the rest of us, but he's not short enough to be a dwarf.
No.
So he doesn't quite fit in anywhere.
He's what you'd call a fidget.
He's shunned by both worlds.
Yeah, exactly. He has no place amongst the tall nor the short.
He's like the day walker. There's no place for him.
Shunned by all.
Boss. Dude, you want to step outside? You want to step outside?
Goes right for it.
Huh? I'm not scared of you, pal.
That's the best.
I'm not scared of you, pal.
No, go ahead and attack me, big.
Oh my God. I just wanted bagels.
The minute the guy says, go ahead and tackle him, doesn't miss a beat, tackles him.
It looks like it looks like a schoolyard fight. It looks like a little kid getting pummeled.
So the video we started off with, because now that's caught on so much. He's doing interviews places. He's got a little internet fame.
Yeah.
Right. So hopefully he's monetizing on YouTube. We'll get into his older videos next. But the one we just watched, he's pretty established. And all right, I'm going to try to continue being famous with this. The man lives in his van.
I heard that. I had heard that. That's a true thing. He actually lives in his van.
He lives in his van.
That's insane.
He had an issue with the apartment that he was living in. So he left because he was getting fucked. You're going to notice a trend with this guy. Everybody ever meets fucks him. Everybody is taking advantage of him.
Oh, yeah.
He brings it up in a video when he gets into a fight in 7-Eleven, which is another funny one.
Oh, my God. He has another fight in another place?
It's a thing with him. He goes in places and he calls out injustices.
Really?
That happened to him.
No way.
Yes.
All for being short. It's all short.
He's an SJW, a short justice warrior.
That's good. Holy shit.
I thought of that today when I was taking a shit.
That's fucking perfect.
Remember this.
Yeah.
But he lives in his van, and he's always at that marina in Long Island fishing. Yeah. It's like his thing. That's why he's telling the girls, I'll be at the marina for 4 or 5 hours to come fuck.
Oh, God.
I want to fuck. So
you might return back to land with no head. All right? I'm just saying. You might be headless by the end of this. But if you want to come on my boat, this is where I'll be.
He's a head collector. Yeah. You're living in a van.
Shrunken heads.
Down by the marina. But you're YouTube famous. But he also says in the video, before where I played it from, he said, so trying to be a nice guy. Another girl fucked me. He said, so being how I'm famous now, he loves to tell you how he's famous.
He's famous now.
He's famous now. And he says, so I'm going to be rich.
Yeah, that's next. That's in the
Yeah.
works.
And how did you say it?
Gears are turning.
The way he invited them to just come fuck, you just put it out there. You said something like,
Oh, I don't remember, but
propositioning.
Oh yeah, it was a proposition. Yeah, when there's money involved, it's definitely a proposition.
Usually when you have money or
Yeah.
you're famous, that is like something you do in secret, is it not?
I would think so. I don't know. I'm neither rich nor famous, but if I was, I don't think I'd be blabbing about it.
Like Harvey Weinstein wouldn't have made it anywhere down the track if he was going about it that way.
Oh no, we found out about it now. It was like going on for 20 years, right?
Like imagine in the credits of his movies, his face just popped up. So I'll be at hotel room 5C.
I'll be on a boat.
A really big boat.
Mention you're from Suffolk County, okay? That's really important. You got to put that in there.
So Chris Morgan, yeah, let's get it. The 7-Eleven video.
Great, another Chris. Hey, your other Chris, how tall is he? Is he a big dude?
I feel like he's a little shorter than me. He's a little more built. I've known him for a few years. He's getting a little rounder. But aren't we all?
Us little round Chris's. I swear.
think. Well, his kid's 11. How old are your kids?
8 and 9.
Okay, so mine's 10 months. I noticed in this last year, my metabolism has shot to shit.
Yeah, it only gets worse as they don't finish meals.
Then you're like, I paid for this.
Yeah, I paid for these fucking French fries, and you wind up, you're eating everything that they throw away.
Do you ever tell your kids when they aren't finishing their food, this hungry kids who would love to have this food? Have you ever used that on them yet? My mom
you
used
can't
to.
nowadays. Yeah,
But why can't you nowadays?
There's hungry kids in other countries. Because they'll be like, oh, America's a third world country. What are you talking about? Like, other countries are doing way better than us.
I'm starved for entertainment.
Yeah.
My mother used to say it, but I remember after her saying it, I don't know how many times, my little 7-year-old brain clicked on, and I had a great comeback. I was like, so give it to them.
Yeah,
Why are you wasting it on me? You're the one fucking them, not me.
It's the fucking truth. No, I haven't thought to use that. I don't know. To do that would be to assume that they're going to care about people in other countries.
Oh, they don't, right?
Probably not. I never really asked them.
So I before the kid was born, before my son was born, I was able to eat whatever I wanted. I would always have problems being too skinny if I didn't watch it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You had that super metabolism?
Especially when I was on drugs. It would just show. I see pictures of me, and it's like clearly on drugs. I'm just too skinny.
Oh, I dare you to eat a single cracker on cocaine. Like, there's no way you're gonna fucking just do one line, and I'll give you $500 to just eat like 1 gram cracker. It's not gonna happen.
I don't know why I thought of that last night. I was
cocaine?
Like,
why, you buying? You got some?
No, I'm sober now. But sometimes
I don't do hard drugs.
Only the soft stuff.
Yeah, just the soft one.
Smoke a pillow. But I don't know why I thought I was in my kitchen last night cleaning up, and maybe it's because I was full and there was some food left over that I was like, oh, we got to eat this. Or the leftovers from the kids' christening. Carter's christening was this past Saturday. So all these leftovers.
See, you're already eating leftovers.
Because it's such a waste.
It's they're not even your kids' food.
Yeah.
It's for the christening.
And I thought about how I wasn't hungry, but I could force myself to eat. But I was like, imagine if I just did a line of cocaine. Like, I don't know why I thought this. Would I be able to eat? And I was like, you can't. No,
it's impossible.
Like, if
you put a gun to my head.
If you're tired, I'm trying to remember what the line of thought was. Like, I'm tired now, and I have to go out and meet people. So imagine if I did cocaine just to get up to go meet people. But then if it's a dinner meeting, how do you don't eat? You can't eat.
Nothing you could do. You since there and drink.
Right. So now the son's been born, I started putting it on the sides. Right. I just turned 34 this past week too. And
Congrats.
I hear that's when it starts. I don't know if there's any congratulations in order, but I realized that I was begging to get fat this past year because since he's been born, after work every day, I'd have 2 bagels with cream cheese.
I'll show you the ropes, buddy. Stick with me. Come on, you'll be fucking. I got that old milkshake diet. You'll be putting it on.
Were you ever just skinny and never had to worry about it?
Never had to worry about it, but I go up and down in weight.
Right. Most people have to worry about their weight.
Yeah.
And me, I never had to. I used to have no tolerance. Like now that I'm sober, when people die from heroin, I go, fuck them. Like everybody feels bad, and I look like the callous asshole. I feel that way, but I feel this is the feeling I get. We both sat down at the same roulette table together in the casino.
Yeah.
We both put all our money down. We both knew what could happen.
100%.
If I went bust and lost all my money, you're not going to feel bad for me. You're going to worry about your stack of coins that you got to keep going.
You got to worry. Right. You got to worry about getting on a boat with a bunch of girls in Suffolk County.
No, because I was always skinny. Fat people like on TV, oh, you're shaming me. I'd be like, no, just do what you fucking have to do to be so unhealthy.
It's a choice. It's we were actually just talking about this on my podcast, and Zaluga and I both agree that it's not a disease. It's a disorder. It's a disorder that you can overcome. Same thing with drug addiction. It's not a fucking disease. I refuse to ever believe that being a big fatso or being a junkie is a disease. You can help yourself. A disease is cancer. A disease is, leukemia, AIDS.
Well, see,
you know what I mean? Like, that's a fucking
I'll disagree
disease.
with you. This is from my perspective,
Yeah.
of course, because it's really out to the jury's out on this one, because addiction itself is considered a disease, and being an addict.
Disorder. No way.
All right, a mental
Yeah.
disorder. All right. Well, the reason disease, the definition of a disease was explained to me, was a morbid process
Okay.
that leads to death. In that case, I could see disease going for addiction.
Okay, when putting that term, I never
Right.
heard that.
That's the
of a
clinical
disease.
definition
Really?
of a disease. It's a morbid process that will eventually end in death. Now, when you're an addict, you're doing this thing that's ripping your life apart, hurting
Yeah.
other people. You want to stop, but for some reason you keep going and doing it.
At that point, isn't life a disease?
It is.
It's a morbid process.
It totally is.
It's just gonna lead to your death.
You know what? You're right. You're absolutely right.
You know what I
Birth,
mean?
the
Like,
beginning of disease. Absolutely. So I've seen mechanisms of my addiction when I'm clean and sober in other things. Nicotine gum, my
Okay.
smoking that I stopped when the baby was born, but I love nicotine gum. When I would go to AA meetings in Alaska, they always have coffee, right?
Yeah.
I would go to this one Native Alaskan, Eskimo theme. It was for the Eskimos ran it.
Really?
Yeah, it was in Anchorage,
Oh,
and
that's cool.
I would
That's
go
really
to and they were the only AA meeting that had sugar cubes instead of like packet sugar. So I took a couple to eat them. I walked
Yeah.
all the way across the room, and I sat there. And when I was done, I was like, I want more fucking sugar cubes.
You
And I
made
got
that
it,
association.
and I kept
Yeah.
going and getting more sugar. It's like when I can't have one Skittle, I have the whole bag.
Yeah, I get
So
it.
it's just my brain. You know what
Poor
I mean?
Eskimos with no more ice cubes. I know what sugar cubes.
I could see how foods it could be an addiction. Sugar's known; it's scientifically proven to be addictive,
Yeah, that's true. Sugar is very addictive.
and it's in all our food.
Yeah.
So
that
I
is
used
true.
to have no tolerance or pity for people who were overweight, and I would say, like you say, it's a choice. But now that I'm getting to a point that it's like, hey, I was eating those bagels every day.
Yeah.
And then I would get home, and at night, right before bed, I would have half a box of Entenmann's donuts because I could. And then before I knew it, I was I had a belly. People were pointing out my belly at work, and I was like,
Oh, really?
yeah. So
That sucks.
I
Getting
got
shamed.
yeah, but it taught me something. It's like, no, this isn't just something that's easy. It was easy for you to say it's a choice and get with it when it was just you could do whatever the fuck you wanted.
Yeah.
So now I have a different perspective. You actually do have to work at it, and it's not easy. It's hard. I started going to the gym this month. I totally stopped the donuts.
You become gym guy?
I have to.
Really?
I got to burn this excess off. My body's not doing it anymore.
I'll never be. I succumb to just being a fat guy. I can never be gym guy.
Well,
I can't live that lifestyle.
I feel a little better. I just got back from the VA doctor last week. She told me my bad cholesterol is high. It's like in the high range of high.
Really?
That's scary. So yeah, I gotta do something.
I get a second opinion.
And you know what it is? It's like the bagel boss guy.
Yeah.
He put up a fight at the beginning and then he got tackled. And the next thing he says is, all I wanted was some bagels. And he gave up the physical fight. Right now I'm in the beginning where I'm like saying, you want to step outside.
Yeah.
Like I'm fighting it. Hopefully I keep the fight up.
At the end of the day, it's like all I wanted was some bagels.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've been out of work the last month, so it's easier to run to the gym. It's right up the block. I literally run the
All
3
right.
seconds to the gym.
You got the time. I mean, I
I'm out
couldn't
of breath.
imagine the time.
Well, I
Like,
don't have time to
there's
go
no-
to Planet Fitness, but because it moved by Comic Book Jones. That's when I stopped
Yeah.
going a few years ago when it moved 10 more further minutes away. It was too much.
Oh, you used to be a gym guy. Now you're back to
When
gym
I
guy?
first got sober, I had to put the compulsion somewhere, and I became gym guy, and I was
Okay.
in great shape. But then I stopped because of work, and they moved it further 10 minutes by car more. I couldn't do it. But this one's literally you could walk there in 3 minutes. So I run there every day. It's a 3-minute run.
Oh, so you got to work out before you work out?
I do it to get to
Oh.
warm up. I don't have
You're
to.
crazy.
But when I get there, I'm like out of breath. I'm out of
Really?
shape. Yeah. And when I was in the army, we used to run. I always sucked and hated running, but I used to go
Who
way
doesn't?
further.
Yeah.
I feel like my heart's going to stop by the time I get there. But it's this thing. I know that if I let this go and then I get the dad bod, which I was having, it's just,
That's what's in.
they say that.
So the guys at work don't like it, but it's the fans of Stranger Things love it apparently.
Hopper.
Yeah,
Well-
Hopper's a new sex symbol.
You know what I found funny was when I bring up, oh my God, I'm getting fat. My wife would be like, shut up. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to hear this body insecurity. You're supposed to be a man. But then when Hopper walked, we watched Stranger Things last night, and he walked without his shirt on. She was like, oh my God, he's big. And he's not like obese, but he's out of
He's
shape,
a big bulky man.
and he's spongy and soft.
Yeah.
And I said, honey, that's what I was starting to look like. Like, you're saying you don't like it.
No, you know what hurts you? Your wife, who just had a baby, incredible bounce back. She's not fat at all. You got to get someone that's going to get fat with you. That's the trick, Sal.
There were some disasters after pregnancy.
Of course, yeah.
Right. She had an incredible bounce back. But there's definitely some changes that she brings up. That I don't know. Since she had the kid, I've never been so attracted to her. But she's brought
weird,
it up.
right? I know. It's like a weird. Because like deep down, you always kind of want to fuck a mother. Freud might say you want to fuck your mother. Yeah, but like you kind of always want. I mean, why do you think the term motherfucker is so popular? Everyone tosses around motherfucker. At everybody, you motherfucker, fuck you, motherfucker, fuck your motherfucker.
Yeah,
like it's
in the vernacular. Somebody had to be
huge.
Fucking mothers out there.
Exactly. It's big. It's huge. It's big, way before the dad.
And if you're married with children, it's technically not an insult. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to do.
Exactly. But
the thing is, this is probably things she's unhappy about and wants to change. That only she sees in the mirror. That like only I would see in the mirror about me. Okay. So when I bring up bitching about my body, she's like, I just put a fucking kid out of me. I don't want to hear any of you because you eating donuts too much. You know, I don't want to hear it. Yeah. It's like I gotta have the anguish on the inside. There's nobody to give it to, you know?
Yeah,
she doesn't feel bad.
You gotta get her to get fat. That's the move. I'm telling you, they can do whatever you want.
I forgot where I was going with this though. Oh, we were talking about the thing with the eating. Yeah. So I realized that you gotta put some, and I know if I let it go into my 40s, and it's gonna be harder to fight later to come 100%. Back.
100%. I just turned 40, back in December. Later this year, I'll be 41. You think at 35, it was hard to lose weight. Now, oh my goodness.
It's harder. Yeah. Even the gym, it hurts more now. Like just anything, I wake up tired. My feet always hurt. Like things are breaking down, man.
Seriously, like a Japanese car, you hit that certain mileage and you just completely like, yeah, there goes the radiator. Like it's specifically timed to drop at a predetermined date.
Well, they say 40 years old is all you're supposed to get out of your body. Everything extra is medical science. You start breaking down. Yeah,
really?
That's what I've heard.
Was it the Middle Ages? That's crazy.
Well, that's the reason you're alive after 40. It's not the Middle Ages. Everything you get after 40 that's healthy or alive, it's all because of medical science. If you had no medical science, that's when the radiator goes at 40.
That's terrifying.
And then everything else, the ball bearings.
Oh, fuck. Dead man walking over here. Fuck.
It's funny you said I'm 40 because my wife said to me today, we got to find somebody who's 40 because she just found one of those things on the internet. It's a sound that after 40 years old, you can't hear it.
Oh, yeah.
I heard the sound. Yeah. It hurts.
Yeah, I've heard something about this. Yeah.
Have you heard the sound? You're 40.
No, it's, what is it? Like, so like a Demi Lovato song, right?
Let me type it in. Let me see if we can find it.
All right, let's see this.
Sound you can't hear.
Oh, there you go. It's the first one that pops up.
Oh, and I made it go away by continuing to type.
Fucking ages, Sal.
Look, there's 20.
Oh, there's one for each. Yeah, all right. Some people can hear this viral sound, and some can't.
Oh, here we go.
Is this like the shoes or the dress that's like, is this pink or is this blue? I don't fucking.
It is like that.
Yeah. All right, let me see. Let me try.
Where do we hear it? Where's the sound?
It sounds like your voice. I hear it.
Well, there's an article about it. Where's the sound?
Oh, like in the article, literally said the same thing about the dress. Look at that.
You think I should YouTube it?
Yeah, I think it's right there. Can you hear this sound? Tell me, can you hear me?
Well, I heard the sound, so I'll let you know if this is it. Loading up.
So I'm just gonna hear like blank, nothing.
Well, right now everybody is. Is it playing?
And you're old too.
A little less old. I haven't hit the 40 mark. This is a radio station website, and it's not playing the sound.
Cat Country. That was the name of that site. Cat Country 107.3. A radio station just for cats. If your cat can hear this sound.
That would make sense if it's just for cats.
Just for cats.
Sound you can't hear over 20. No.
20 over 30. That's just wild. Over 200 pounds. The whole thing. The whole nine. My poor fat ears. That's wild.
I
So
mean, is it all the same sound?
When you heard it, what did it? What you saying? Was it just like a pitch, like a
Yeah, it was
like,
but it was
Oh.
sharper, like when somebody
Really?
runs a fork across a plate. Which I hate.
Good gravy. Yeah, I'm a big chalk freak. Like I can't even touch chalk, let alone hear chalk touching a chalkboard.
Here's the sound. If you are under 25 and you can't hear it, turn your volume up. Where's the 40-year-old?
All right, kids, this one's for you.
All right, let's check it out.
Sound adults can't hear. Get your parents and try it. Oh, I hear it.
That's the noise,
Yeah.
and that's saying. All right, so this YouTube video is saying that's for if you're over 25, you can't hear it. That's the same bullshit I heard for if you're over 40.
I'm well over 25, and I hear that. I just want to know, like, how does something like that work? So, like, if it's like I'm 39, it's 11:59, I could hear it, and all of a sudden the clock hits 12, I hit 40, and it's like,
You want to know how that works?
sorry, buddy, can't hear it.
You want to know how that works?
Gremlins rules, but
It's not true.
yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
Obviously, it's the same noise for all the ages. It's just that they want you to waste your time listening to some high-pitched bullshit.
They should at least like subliminally slip something in there. You know what I mean?
So this is the Chris
My bagels at Bagel.
the Chris Morgan video at 7-Eleven.
All right, I gotta see this.
This is where you start to see a pattern that this is just what he does.
Now this was before the
Second
bagel.
time
Boss?
I've been asked
I
this
think it was.
question in like 2 weeks. Once at 2 in the morning in Farmingdale,
Look at him in his
at
little hoodie.
a gas station, and
Yeah, I
now
know.
here I come in here.
He looks like
get a
Bruce
coffee
Willis in
and
Unbreakable,
to get a
like
donut,
a little
it's May
kid
5th,
pretending to be in for Halloween.
When Kids R Us went out of business, you think he was like, fuck oh.
Oh yeah, he was just like, oh god, like what am I gonna just wear giant clothes?
The husky section.
The portly lad.
2019 at like fucking 5:30 in the morning.
I think this might have been
And this
after.
jackass right here asked me, "What is my height?"
Look at this guy's face.
Now, what do you got to say about that? I come in here I give you guys a lot of business, right? A lot of business.
None of it goes to them.
Hold on a minute. I just bring this to the
Okay.
counter, right? To pay for my shit. You don't say hi, how you doing? The first thing out of your mouth is what's my height? Where are you
5:30
from?
in the
What
morning.
country are you from? What country are you from?
Okay, I am sorry.
I don't believe you, fuck. I don't believe you're
I don't believe
motherfucking
you,
sorry.
fuck.
What country are you from? How do you like me asking you a question like that? You don't like it, do you?
Oh, yeah,
Answer the
guy.
question. I'm 5 feet tall, 4'11". There you go. Now what? Now what do you?
The other guy is just so happy he's not the one that asked the
Yeah.
question.
He's like, dude, I got an interview tomorrow to play the voice of Apu. I don't have time for this.
His hands over his mouth, the second guy, but he wants to laugh at what literally just blew up here at 5:30 in the morning. What country are you from? Okay, I'm sorry.
Never heard of that country.
You get out of the answer. What are you trying to? No, answer the question. What are you trying to accomplish?
Yeah.
What are you trying to accomplish out of asking me a question like that?
So mad.
That pisses me off.
First of all, that's
What do you-
a great
what do you
look.
gain
It's
out of
a-
asking me
It's a
that?
flannel
I
button
told
down
you,
with
I'm
a polo over it. Classic look.
The sales clerk.
Yeah, I'm loving that. I'm loving that.
Yeah, what he said was, I want to wear to work what I want to today. And I'm only going to wear the 7-Eleven polo because I have to.
Yeah. Yeah. Whenever somebody comes in filming me, I'm gonna throw this on, Johnny. So nobody can complain to the higher ups.
Yeah, I'm technically in compliance. I would wear a hoodie with that. You know, when you're
Over it?
Yeah, maybe it's a little cold. It's 5:30 in the morning. So hoodie's comfortable. But older people, some people from other countries, they wear like things like it's like a basic shirt that you would just see on your everyday cookie cutter person,
Yeah.
but it doesn't go with the thing they put over it.
Never.
It
There's
doesn't.
no fashion sense.
It's like when I'm working construction
Yeah.
and there's like a guy wearing, well, I guess the flannel shirt would work in that situation, but they'll wear like a button down
Yeah.
shirt
Yeah.
that looks like it would be a dress shirt, but we're in the middle of a concrete job. It just doesn't make sense.
Nice pair of slacks while you're breaking up concrete. Like
You're right, exactly.
Yeah. Like, okay, buddy, that's what you're going with.
Oh God, nothing's worse than when you're like on a big construction job in the city, and not the workers, but like the project managers or the people that work in the offices, the makeshift offices, who have to wear technically office clothes, but they got to still be wearing work boots who's on a construction site.
They come in like a 3-piece suit and a hard hat. Like, oh, I'm one of the guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, those are my favorite.
Or some of the younger kids, like the college kids, they'll wear like the tight, skin-tight jeans.
Oh, those are fun.
With construction boots, and they just look ridiculous.
Yeah.
I saw a guy right over here on Wagner, where Wagner High School is.
Yeah.
When we were doing the Performing Arts Center there, the ironworker company, the representative from that company would come onto the job in a 3-piece like pimp suit.
Jesus,
he was like an older black gentleman.
Yeah.
But it was a pimp suit. It was like a velvet top hat.
Yeah.
Like a really nice suit from 1955.
Oh, he just got out of church.
Right. But he had to wear the safety equipment. So he had on like the yellow vest over it.
Yeah.
One day he came, he had a pair of pants. They looked like suit pants, but they had the safety reflector stripes on them. Like he had them made for the job.
Like already, no fucking way. He had his construction suit.
He couldn't break his look.
That's amazing.
And I swear to God,
I respect that.
I did too.
I do. I can't lie. I do kind of respect that.
And there was a feather in his hat.
No.
I swear to God.
Fuck out of here.
I swear to God.
No way.
This guy would come and I'd be like, look at this fucking guy.
How high was the feather?
On the hat?
Yeah.
It was in that band that goes around.
Okay. But I was saying, but was it just like kind of popping out, or was it like a peacocky thing?
It wasn't that big, but it was big enough.
That's great.
Yeah.
Man, that's class. You know what I like about guys like that? They just don't give a fuck. They're like, this is what I'm doing. If you're not down with the party, get out of the party. I am the party.
I am the party.
11, 5 feet. Now, where are you from? What country are you from? What country are you from?
Like, all right,
Pakistan?
I just had this feeling on the inside where like they were kind of entertained.
You know how much money our country gives you?
Before this point?
Yeah.
And then like you just saw his face like, all right, it's going further now. I want this situation to end.
Can I just 100%.
Yeah.
Can I just say the video is called Bagel Guy Chris Morning 7-Eleven Freak Out Full Video. Better title, 411 at 7-Eleven.
There you go. And you told me you're not up on your like branding and social media shit. You're a genius. So the guy sent up from Pakistan, and that's when he's going on the rant. How much money do we give? But the cops come.
Fucking third world toilet countries? Huh?
Oh, God.
If it wasn't for our country, you wouldn't be working here. Now, why would you ask me a question like that? I'm a customer coming in here to buy a coffee at 5:30 in the morning, and you ask me what's my height? Why do you ask me that?
So you saw the coffee.
Why do you want to know that? I'm dying to know, because I've had people ask me this. Why do you want to know? What are you gaining out of that question? What are you gaining out of that?
Go to the police station.
What?
Go to the police station.
For what?
The guy's pretty much like, nothing I can help you with here, guy. Call the police if you have a problem.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, little guy.
The police, he calls them and they respond. Let's see where they are.
Where is he? Get him over here. Get him over.
The police got to be sick of it by
Pissed
this
about
point.
that as it is.
Oh,
okay?
they're like Bagel Guy, really?
When
Again?
I worked
5:30
a big
in the morning.
account in Farmingdale about 2 weeks ago at 2 in the morning. I went to get a coffee. This guy goes, how tall are you? Now I come in here and this guy asks me, what is your height? This guy. I can't even come in here and get a fucking coffee without being harassed.
I would never talk to a cop
I'm
like
depressed
this when you're
enough as it
explaining the
is.
story.
And I was in Stony Brook at one point for depression for my height. I come in here at 5 in the morning to get a fucking coffee, and this guy here, and then he's laughing. I have it on another video. This guy's smoking. He thinks it's funny.
That guy's hanging the whole time. That guy's the chong to his cheek. He's just sitting in the cut laughing at everything.
Right?
The chong just switched registers. Did you notice?
Yeah,
you did say that, but I don't believe it. 2 minutes later, you're talking.
What do you want?
I want to file harassment charges.
There's no such thing.
That's bullshit.
There is no such
Okay,
thing.
so let me ask you a question. If I ask,
It's not illegal to ask someone how fucking tall they are.
Or to make fun of someone.
First of all, the cop looks like John Zombie Thompson. And he clearly does not give a fuck. He is not happy. He's either at the start of his shift and he's tired, or he's at the end of his shift and he's tired.
Oh,
he
and
does not want to. have anything to do with it.
Especially if it's the end of the shift. He's seen some shit tonight. Prostitutes, drugs, overdoses,
everything.
People yelling at him when he tries to walk into a situation. Now he's getting yelled at again. But when he tells Chris Morgan, there's nothing I could do. There's no such thing as harassment for this. There's just no relief for this guy.
Nothing.
No recourse can be taken.
Yeah. And you know what? I do have to say, this is a big problem on the 7-Eleven guys' fault. When you go to a 7-Eleven, there is a indicator against the door that gives you the patron's height in case the store gets robbed. They should have known right off the bat.
They do have those.
These are some very unprofessional 7-Eleven cashiers.
I always wondered why that measure is there.
Oh, it's so when you eventually get robbed, because every 7-Eleven gets robbed, they could be like, he was 4'11". We saw him.
He ran right through my legs.
Ran out with his coffee. Little guy in a hood.
Wow.
Yeah, those guys are not doing their due diligence. They're not really up on their job. You have a fucking giant indicator against the door, big old ruler.
They probably didn't think too much of it, especially if you see a guy every day. The shit I used to say to the 7-Eleven people that I used to see all the time when I lived on Ontario, close to the Clove Road down there. That's 7-Eleven right there.
Yeah.
I was in there every day, and I would joke with the guys. But
you have a rapport, you know what I mean? It's like, There was one guy though. He hated joking. I forgot what his name was. He was one of the Hispanic guys that looks white. You're Hispanic and look white, right? Me?
Sorrentino?
No, Sorrentino? That's Hispanic?
My uncle, his last name's Sorrentino, and it's of Hispanic origin.
No way.
Yeah.
It literally means from the town of Sorrento in Italy. That's what Sorrentino means.
His dad might be Italian. I just thought my uncle was Hispanic this whole time. But he was...
Because he robbed you once? He's got a switchblade, man. He's got to be Puerto Rican. No, I'm Italian and Irish. My mother is Irish and actually from the South, from Georgia. And my father is from Manhattan, originally Italian, and his parents came over from like Naples and Genoa.
And my uncle was just in Italy last week visiting towns of origin. So that should have been a clue.
Huge indicator. My uncle is up in Spanish Harlem visiting towns of origin.
So poor Chris Morgan. There's a lot of anger, nowhere to direct it. More in angst and anger.
But he seems to be making a thing out of it.
He is, but how? I feel like if I got, say, just from doing this podcast and throwing it on YouTube and it got a little traction because of something we said, I would kind of be like, how far is it going to go? Am I just like chocolate rain? I'll be forgotten in a year.
It's better than nothing.
But
he's some people like
in his car in that clip we opened the show with saying, I'm famous now and I'm going to be rich.
Of course he is. But the big question to me is, do you think anybody went on the boat with him?
No. I don't think anybody showed up that night. Because that was before the interview I heard him on Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
Oh, he did. He went on their show?
He went on their show.
No shit.
And they asked him, has he gotten any girls from doing this stuff? And he said no.
Fuck little bagel guy.
I don't know.
Nobody wants.
You know when there's like a girl, I mean, maybe it's only in the movies, but they want to just fuck the weird guy for some weird reason. And now he's
but
YouTube
not
famous.
if he lives in a van.
He does live in a van.
Like he's one step away from being a Chris Farley sketch.
What are you going to take? There's two other videos that I saw. I'm not going to play them. It's just going to go on too long. But one of them is he is in a parking lot. This is probably an older video. And this girl he just took out to dinner doesn't want to go home with him. So he leaves her in the parking lot.
Oh.
But he's filming the whole time. And it's the middle of winter and he laughs. He claims there's a whole story behind it where she's just gold digging bitch. Or whatever.
For digging all his gold. What is he, a leprechaun? Don't let the hype fool you, honey. I'm not Warwick Davis. Like seriously, I have a problem with people who film every goddamn thing and they're waiting for a response from the world and they think they're putting it all out there and they think they're hugely entertaining.
Especially the younger folk do that a lot.
Yeah. And if this guy didn't get tackled in a store because he was a fucking asshole, nobody would know his little tiny face.
Well, that's the weird thing. Out of all his videos, he's filming all these things.
Mhm.
Like he's showing, like, I'm gonna give him what for.
And the one that got famous
Is
was somebody else.
somebody else filmed it.
That's funny.
And
That's very funny.
Another video I saw, he's at a bar, he gets into another disagreement, and now he's outside in this disagreement, and he got famous for being like this. How far does it go? Like, what do you produce after that? Like, he thinks this is going to keep going, so you're just going to keep starting impromptu fights. Somebody's
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
my microphone that went out. Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
I got you on here.
I'm back. Are you back?
We're back. We're back. You hear me on there?
I hear you. Do you hear me?
I hear you.
Oh, man. So all I got to do is hit stop. The live feed is picking up this huge blunder. I got to
As
go.
it should. Why not?
We got to go right here.
You're gonna cut it for the.
Yeah. We're going to get real deep here.
Oh.
I gotta split it.
Oh.
Oh, man. I just split it.
Oh, look at it. Oh, it's just leaking all over the place. It's in half. It's a chaos. It's like Humpty Dumpty. Put this man back together again. It's a complete catastrophe.
Humpty Dumpty. Where did my split go? It's right here. So now I gotta go like this all the way to the end. And then I gotta go edit, cut.
7-10 split.
Now all the 7-10 split. All the blank space is out. And now I just hit record again. And we're back.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That was nice. All right.
You know what's funny is
on the fly edit.
if you on the fly edit,
Yeah.
but if you're only listening to the recorded version and haven't checked out the live version, you have no idea nothing happened.
That's why you should check out the live stuff.
It's all because I clumsily hit this chord right here.
Extra bonus fun on the live stuff, folks.
Nothing's worse than when something's going really well and smoothly. We got clips playing. I never played this many clips during the show.
Yeah.
Everything's going well.
Yeah.
And then I fuck it up.
Yeah. I mean, but that's life in general. Everything's going smooth, and then then you got a kid.
Especially when you're
And
playing.
you got two.
And then you got two.
Yeah.
That is crazy because one's hard. Kids are hard. and we're like, this
One's
is
always hard. Let me tell you, this kid's pecker.
hard. His name is one. But then you're still open to having another one. I'm still open to having another one.
Because you know what? You don't want the first monster you created to be bored. You're like, I got to give him something to play with. It's like, when you kind of get two dogs because, like
somebody's got to entertain the other while I'm out soliciting prostitutes.
Exactly.
Right.
On a boat in Suffolk County.
What I'm worried about with having a second kid, people always tell us the second one is the hard one. That's the one that's bad and crazy. Is it true?
You know what? Both of my kids are actually good. The second one's a little more wild than the first one. He's a little loopier. First one's always hard though. Pokes holes in the wall. But that second one, he's always a little more up in the air. He's a goofier sort. He's kind of like the oddball. He's like the crazy guy in the family. He's the one who it's like, he's
like Danny DeVito, the shit that was left over.
yeah. My first kid's totally an Arnold Schwarzenegger. No, but actually, he's a small little guy. He's older, but he's little. And the younger one, takes after my wife's family. They're all just giant Polacks. So he's going to be like this 6 foot. I mean, the kid's cock is bigger than mine and the other guys already.
How old is he?
8.
So you still see it.
Yeah, he's got like a kabasi. Like,
when do I stop seeing my son's stuff? When do these private moments like bats and seeing their stuff? When is it not appropriate?
I mean, if you never want it to stop, it doesn't have to sell. No doesn't always mean no. No, I guess honestly, it's around when they can use when they could reach a urinal or go into a bathroom stall by themselves. You don't have to accompany them from a stall or give them the bath where you're like, watching completely. It's kind of it's discretionary. I mean, it's kind of it's weird because I hit a point in my life where no one had seen my dick for a while, and then all of a sudden, like I turned 40, and then like all of a sudden, like I grew up in like a 1-bathroom household, and I had to pee really bad, and I was young enough, but my mom was like, I don't know why she didn't tell me to just pee in the bathtub. She was on the toilet, and I had to pee really bad.
And she just like scooched back a little and said,
yeah,
just pee between my legs.
Yeah.
This little triangle I leave you.
Exactly. And like I kind of like definitely sprayed on my mom's bush a little. Like I definitely had to pee between my mom's leg. I remember seeing like, oh my God,
Wait,
that's a big pussy. Like it's a push.
So when did she really tell you to pee?
Between her legs.
You
Swear to God.
I was saying that's a joke. That's for real?
Yeah, swear to God. Swear on my mother's life.
No.
No, but yeah.
Swear on my mother's bush.
Yeah. I don't know why it's gonna be like, you know what? Piss in the tub, piss in the backyard, fucking piss in a cup. I don't know. Mom, I gotta go. I'm in here. I really gotta go. All right, come in and go between my legs.
She was probably trying to teach you a lesson, like don't interrupt mommy when she's on the toilet.
No, you got a good point. Or maybe she's just like, I haven't seen your dick in a while. I gotta see
how you're doing.
Yeah, because you know what makes me wonder, like it's gonna come a point where I don't see my kids' penises, where I'm gonna be like, like
I wonder.
Yeah, like, oh, what's going on with that? Like, I'm gonna be up at night late thinking, like, what's going on with my son's dick? Like, I haven't seen it in forever. What is this dick growing? What is it doing? How is it? How's your dick?
I'd be scared at a certain point that I'd find out he's bigger. Like, I want him to succeed in life.
Yeah,
but I don't want him to be taller than me.
My younger one
until he moves out.
My younger one's of like a tall, skinny, little like he's gonna be like Harrison Ford height and good looking, and I'm like, I'm like John Belushi looking and not good looking. I'm
son of a bitch, I raised you.
Yeah, like
I fed you. I just until he's over 25 and making right decisions in his life, like he's a man who understands, like really understands right and wrong, and isn't a piece of selfish shit. I need to be able to beat him up.
Yeah.
Still,
yeah, I'm hoping I could hit that point where I mean, like I could still kick my kid's ass, and I have a feeling they're both gonna overpower me like probably like around 16. They're both gonna hold me down, take my keys.
Well, then have to join forces.
They probably will. Kids are like that. Kids are smart, man. Conniving. So, what are you looking forward to most as your son gets older? Like the type of things you want to do with your son?
Going dress shopping.
You're a progressive father, Sal. Very progressive father.
I'm not though. This is like I'm totally okay with everybody doing what they want with their own lives. But if he came to me at 6 years old and was like, I'm a girl, that's a nightmare of mine.
Yeah, I get it. I really do.
You have to allow them these days that you could be 6 years old.
Yeah.
And not your gender that you were born with. If you're 18, do whatever you want with your life. 16, I guess I have to support it. Not young. All right, but what do I look forward to with my kid? I don't know why I had to digress into my beliefs.
Well, no, I was going to say, I feel the same way to a point where, like, there's certain things I didn't ever want to tackle, and luckily I didn't have to tackle because I don't know the answers to everything. But like when I see my kid blush, when you see like we're watching Caddyshack and this tits, and my 9-year-old's like, whoa, and like blushing and like, oh man, and I'm like, yeah, all right, thumbs up.
Well, that's what it is. I don't want to have to tackle certain things.
Yeah,
especially because I have one right now. I have one male heir. Yeah, genetically speaking, he has to pass the line on.
Is he the last to carry your namesake?
Currently,
okay,
because there's.
Well, mine are.
My brother has a daughter. I don't think he's having any more kids.
Yeah.
So yeah, he has to pass the seed on. So it's a natural imperative.
You got to do it. You got to teach him to sleep around. That's the
right. But hopefully,
be a slut, son. Be the biggest whore we know.
Hopefully, he likes the gender that has the reproductive organs that can receive his DNA and make more DNA with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get it.
And I don't want to be like, I don't want my kid to be gay. I want my kid to be happy.
Exactly.
If I have 2 sons, I want have one of them be gay.
That's the only guys. I got to sit you down. I love you both, but one of you has to be like flaming. That's all I'm saying.
Rock,
One
paper,
of you-
scissors. Settle this the old-fashioned way. Who's taking one for the team?
Who's playing for the pink and who's playing for the blue? That's all I'm asking, guys.
And at least your
Is that
kids,
so much?
your kids are at the age now where you can kind of tell how they're gonna, what their preferences are gonna be, right?
Yeah,
I'm nowhere near that.
That's saying it's a huge load off my mind because, man, I love my kids and I accept my kids no matter what the fuck they want to do, whatever. You know what I mean? It's like we're at that time, we're at that pinnacle of human existence where you could fuck a robot and everyone will applaud you and be like, it's okay, he likes that. We got to support him. We're at that point in life.
Well, I would fuck a robot. It's just a sex toy.
Depends on the robot.
Yeah?
Depends on the robot.
Not like a meat grinder.
No, not a meat. But you give me like Dot Matrix from Spaceballs. Like, yeah, all right, put my dick in her.
Love that voice.
Yeah, but C-3PO, like, I don't want that fucking gay English butler robot. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Bringing boy robots into my home.
Yeah. But I like honestly, it's a load off my mind that I don't have to enter territory I'm very unfamiliar with.
And you also don't have to worry about them because they're still, if they're homosexual, there is a lot of resistance out there still.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want them to have to deal with
with that kind of life. Or people would be like, oh, it's a choice you made and you're in a all that. I mean, it's getting less and less, especially where we live.
Yeah. Thankfully so. You know what I mean? No one should be persecuted for what they want to do to be happy. But there are people out there that are going to make life harder. And yeah, I don't want to see them struggle like that. You know, who wants to see that?
Right. If he goes fishing on a mountain in cowboy hats, I want it to be for the right reason. For sustenance.
Yeah. It could be worse. He could be propositioning women on a boat in Suffolk County.
If the wrong person shows up to that guy's boat. Hi, I saw your Instagram post, sweetie. What the fuck is this?
You know, yeah, like anyone could pop up there. That's the problem with that. Like, I know what Bagel Guy wants, but what is Bagel Guy gonna get?
That's a good point.
Anything could show up there.
He might not get a bagel.
No, he's definitely not getting a bagel.
He might get a croissant.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you put it out there.
But my son is still too young. Right? At this age, there's no indicators, right? At 10 months to see which way they're going to go?
I don't think so. I mean, does he put stuff in his mouth all the time?
Well, he's teething.
Oh, he's totally gay.
My friend Antonio,
yeah,
he has a son named Lucas. He's like 5 months older than my kid. And they hang out once in a while.
They touch each other's peenies?
No, but my son, the first picture they took together, his son reached over and put his arm on my son's hand and grabbed his hand. But the second time they hung out, my son tried to kiss him, like on the cheek, because he gives kisses, like he puts his mouth. Yeah. And I was like, is this a sign, or is he just...
That's totally, 100%, man. Send him to one of those Bible camps now! No. No, I would not even imagine when you see that indication. I don't know, because it's, like you said, everything's been straightforward in my life, so I haven't had to go down that road.
Well, thinking backwards... Like my friends who are gay, I remember them back in like grade school, K through 5. They would always like, you thought girls are gross. You always want to sit with the boys in the cafeteria. They would always be sitting with the girls. There was this other connection there.
See, I never had. Sadly, anyone I know who has eventually come out of the closet really like stayed in the closet for a long time, and I think that's a product of this environment. I think that's living on Staten Island because it's it's at least in my
I agree.
In my youth, it was a hard thing for other people to accept. So,
and it's hard before the hate because I'm open. Yeah. I'm pro gay marriage. I have gay friends. I'm supportive of the gay lifestyle. Yeah, but I'm still scared, if I'm being truthful.
Yeah,
for my son to live that way if that was his what's the word? Orientation.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. Just because of, and it's not because of like, I'm scared, a cock's really going to tear my son's ass up and he's going to be like laid up in bed for like 3 months.
He could be a bottom.
Like,
See, I didn't even think of this.
Yeah. Like
he's just laid up in bed for months.
I'm not scared of that.
God.
Yeah. Oh, I took a real big one, Dad.
Dad, it was so rough. But I'm going to get out of this bed. I'm going to try all over again.
I'm going to try.
I want to make you proud, Pa.
Like, that's not a fear of mine at all.
I won't rip next time.
No tears here. I I'm more afraid of, like you're saying, like the backlash of other people, like, because there are still closed-minded people that will pick a fight with somebody because they just want something different than these people.
And I want children. I do want children.
Yeah.
So if I only have one at this point in my life, I have one son.
Yeah. I think you should try for another. I think you will.
We will.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I think you will.
I want a girl now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The boy and the girl. That's what Zaluga has, a boy and a girl.
The boy and the girl.
That's the way to do it, man. I know. I have 2 boys. I'm done. Where actually Zaluga and I are getting vasectomies on the podcast.
That's all. Like while it's happening?
We're gonna try. We're gonna try to get someone that
Oh my
try
God,
to
that's
interview
genius.
the doctor as we're getting it.
Are you awake when it's happening?
Yeah, I think it's like a local anesthetic thing.
All right, I'll set up the video feed.
Yeah, if you want to.
I'll do the social media.
What's up, please? Yeah, because we're gonna make like a whole 3-ring circus out of this. And then the best part about it, it's like when you go to the doctor and you get ice cream after, you get a toy after. We're gonna like rent like an Airbnb or cabin or something, and just sit on ice for 5 days
And convalesce.
Yeah, playing video games, reading comic books, watching movies.
That's great.
Just, holding each other's hands.
Feeding each other Percocets.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if we have a boy the next time, we're done too.
Yeah.
2 is enough. That's
2's
it.
enough, man. That's it.
So we're
I
hoping
don't
it's a
know.
girl.
Yeah, I'm with you. 2, man. God bless you if you could afford any more to anybody out there.
Oof.
Like it's rough. It gets rougher as it keeps going.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I figured the diapers go away, the formula, and then maybe it gets a little cheaper. I could just eat the scraps off my plate. And my dog doesn't cost too much.
But then you pop the other one in, and it's all back to that. And it's if you have a girl, that's where it's rough. Because at least I have 2 boys, one and one's like 18 months older than the other. I like to call that Polish twins. The other one gets the hand-me-downs. You know what I mean? Like you kind of like
Wear your brother's clothes.
Wear your brother's clothes, play with your brother's toys. You know what I mean? Like you got a girl that all of a sudden you're buying a whole new bedroom set.
I gotta paint the bedroom pink.
Yeah, exactly. It's a whole mishigas.
So while we're on the subject of society changing, the general topic of homosexuality, we're both comic book fans here.
Yeah.
I can't stop seeing articles in my Google because I'm into the MCU, so there are always MCU articles about Tom Holland was asked, could there be a gay could Spider-Man be gay? And of course he said he did right. He's being, regaled.
Oh, what did he say? See, I don't even know. Yeah. What
he said, sure, absolutely.
Okay.
But people are upset about it, so they're homophobes. First of all, I think he had to say yes, because if he said no.
Well, the correct answer actually is Peter Parker. It's established that he's had many female relationships, but there's a whole Spider-Verse. So there could be a Spider-Man out there that is homosexual.
I agree.
That's how you answer that.
But if they're talking about, if that's accepted as a good enough answer, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're like, anybody that says different is a homophobe. If you're talking about Peter Parker from 616 or now the MCU where it's established.
Yeah.
Okay, he could be bisexual even though he likes girls in the movies. Why? But why?
Well, the character established since 1964 is a heterosexual.
Right, but why do they have to take what's already established and change it into something else? I feel
appropriation. That's 100%.
But that's not okay in so many other senses. Appropriation, racial appropriation is not okay.
I agree. No, I agree. I agree with you. It's not okay when you already set up like the guidelines in terms of this character.
Right. You make a standalone character who's just as good.
Yeah.
And let him be original and homosexual.
100%. I agree. It's not saying I don't want a homosexual superhero. It's just you already set this up for like 40 plus years. Like
Iceman, they made gay.
Yes, Bobby Drake. Yes.
That bothers me. Now they made Beast gay in the Ultimate Universe. It's a different universe.
Oh,
so
really?
that Beast,
they did? I didn't know that. Yeah.
That Beast could be gay. And I was okay. If you took Blade and made him white, I'd have a fucking problem with it. Blade is not white.
Blade's not white. 100%. He's not white.
Stop. Like when they did it with Nick Fury, I kind of liked it. I'm not going to lie there.
When they did the Samuel L. Jackson version, which was crazy because I don't know if a lot of people know, like, of course, Samuel Jackson plays Nick Fury in the MCU movies. Before the MCU movies, you had the Ultimates where was it Brian Hitch was drawing Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury.
Right. And he
Well,
found out about that after.
Yeah.
Actually, I heard that's why he got the part, because he said to them, you kind of just took my likeness without asking, so you're giving me the part. I read that.
It makes sense to me.
But there's all this talk about
I didn't know the Beast thing though, which makes sense. I mean, a name
Right.
like Beast, you got to be.
but
gay.
Iceman was always straight.
Yeah.
And then when they brought the young Iceman into the current universe,
Yes, and
he's gay from childhood.
and then the other Iceman realized it clicked. He was like, "Oh shit!" I've been
So
gay
all
my
these
whole
girls
life.
have been fucking, but they made it like, all right, he's coming out of the closet. I could kind of
he
see
was
that
like,
one.
I've been overcompensating. Yeah, I kind of read it when he was like, excuse me, he said something.
That's exactly what he said.
100%.
He said, "Pa, sit down. I got something to tell you."
He burped and was like, "Ooh!" Somebody was like, "I smell cum." And no, he was
Yes, Dad. Yes, Da.
no, he was he said something along the lines of like, yeah, I was kind of like a playboy, and then I realized it like never was right. It was like these meaningless, empty relationships, and I never really felt fulfilled. And then when my younger self came out, it snapped, and I had the realization, and I was like, oh shit, I've been gay this
And you know
whole
what?
time.
Just hearing you explain it to me again, I think I could go for that.
It's not too bad.
But the fact
It's
that
not too bad of a retcon.
right, it's believable.
Yeah.
In a world of superpowers, it's believable.
In a world of mutants that turn into ice, it's believable.
Honey. But these articles that keep coming out,
Mhm.
and they just want people to say, yes, the current Spider-Man could be gay. That's like me saying to a gay person, can you just be straight? Why not?
Yeah.
Because you're not.
Well, yeah, exactly. It works. It works in any way. It could be like, oh, well, could Spider-Man be a racist? Like, oh, well,
No.
I know. It's he saves everybody. No, but he could be. He could really.
But why
really hate black people? Like,
is it such a big focus right now? Because it's not like there's no gay
I
or
don't
racial
know. Yeah.
racial characters. Like there's different ethnicities. The Black Panther, everybody made it like this breakthrough happened. Black Panther's been around and awesome
Since
forever.
the 60s. Yeah. 100%. I mean, some of the first fucking Marvel, like Blade was one of the first Marvel movies. You're not
It's great movies.
toting that. Yeah, exactly. It was a great trilogy. You give me that Blade trilogy, I'm fine with that.
You know why I get even more mad is because the MCU is such a rare thing where actually like work that we love and grew up with
Mhm.
is actually being portrayed on screen right.
Yeah.
And it's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Why do all these outside entities have to go, well, no, you need to do this to make me happy and do this to make me happy? How about just fucking stop?
Crazy. Yeah.
Just stop and wait.
yeah.
Because there's Blade movies coming out. Black Panther.
They're doing more Blade movies with the guy from
Yeah, his name
Luke
is
Cage.
Mashallah Anana.
Yeah, Chicken
something like that.
Marsala.
Chicken
I don't-
Marsala. Yo, I'm chicken marsala. What? 'Cause chicken? Because I'm black.
Yes. No.
That's Kevin Feige with his Black Widow hat at Comic-Con. Yes.
Yes, that's why.
Well, we thought we'd bring in chicken masala. Chicken masala.
All right, tiki masala. Okay, does that make everyone happy?
But everybody's like, I gotta be represented. Nobody's really represented. These are people with superpowers.
Exactly. Like he's a guy who you're talking about Spider-Man, a guy who fucking sticks to walls and fucking shoots webs and slings around the city. Like exactly. Who the fuck is he representing?
And it's being overdone.
Yeah.
Because once you make it's become to the point it's not realistic anymore, where everybody has to be gay all of a sudden.
Well, I think they're doing Valkyrie as
As a lesbian.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Because I'm probably wrong because I'm not that versed in the canon comic books. I don't really remember her being with a male love interest.
They made her, and I don't know that was since the movies, but they did the Guardians of the Galaxy comic.
I remember that. And I didn't want to
And
read it. I don't know why. It just wasn't down.
Yeah, and it was no, sorry, no, it was Exiles.
Okay.
With Blink, and it was like what's her name who plays Miss Marvel? Kamala, I forgot her last name.
Yeah, the Muslim
chick.
Miss Marvel.
It
Yeah,
was like the older version of her, and like a Wolverine from another year, like a cute little Wolverine. And there was Valkyrie, and Valkyrie was just openly gay in the comic. So I didn't know her story, her backstory before that.
right.
So when the news came out, like, oh, like Valkyrie's this lesbian character, I was like, yeah, I thought that was kind of commonplace. I thought everyone kind of knew.
And like I'm waiting for them to go, can the new Wolverine that the MCU is gonna make, can he be gay? And that I'm just gonna lose it.
Oh, gay Wolverine. That's a weird possibility.
No, he can't. Because a lot of his story is women he loved
Yeah.
that always die.
Maybe they could be guys now.
That would be kind of cool.
John Gray.
In the log cabin
Yeah.
in 1602.
Literal log cabin. Is that what he calls his asshole? The log cabin?
I'm going logging.
Stick it in the log cabin, bub.
You got 3 dicks.
Oh man, that's quite a mutant ability.
You could put a dildo on each claw.
Got a healing factor for the tears.
I've been a virgin this whole time. It just keeps regenerating. Every time is my first time.
Okay, Wolverine might. I
He'd
hear
be a
you
bear.
saying,
You
Yeah.
realize that he'd have to be a bear.
but if they went fully flaming homosexual, he might be my favorite character in the world. It just might be that funny.
He's just like a drag queen
Oh yeah,
in
he's just-
Madripoor.
yeah, but still with an eye patch. Oh my goodness.
So I thought this was really funny, since we're vaguely on the topic of outrage and stuff. I think I was trying to pull it up before, and then I hit the thing that brought down all the audio. So Forever 21 sent out some clothing orders,
Okay.
and they included in these orders a diet bar,
Okay, wait, what's a diet bar?
like a granola bar, but like a diet bar.
like a low calorie treat, like a Cliff Bar type of thing.
Not even.
No.
It was an Atkins bar,
Oh God.
and people are very, very upset. Hey, look, at Forever 21, do you include weight loss Atkins bar in all your shipments, or just for ladies over 1X?
Sorry. So when they shipped out the clothes you ordered for them,
Throw an Atkins bar
they-
in. Oh man, no, she's 2X. Throw an Atkins bar in. There's just one
yeah.
flaming guy on the assembly line who has just waging this war.
Lose some weight, bitch. Just throwing it in every pot. Good for him. Good for him. Oh, that's wild.
Look, you see how it comes in this plastic bag? He just
Yeah.
spits in the bag before he closes it, throws it in the box.
Well, you know what's weird? All right, my day job, I work I do receiving for a hospital on Staten Island. So it's like FedEx, and UPS and stuff like that comes in. And there's this one company called Granger. I don't know if you ever heard of Granger.
Oh.
You definitely got to know Granger as construction.
When I see
Yeah.
Granger on a job site, I think they didn't have time, or they forgot to order the right supplies.
Yeah, so they got
And
Granger.
they're too lazy to go to Home Depot,
Yeah.
and Granger will deliver you whatever you need.
Right off the bat.
But it's always the worst gloves. It's when they
Yeah.
forgot to buy the right gloves.
Yeah.
Provided. Yeah, go ahead. I know Granger.
Yeah, it's the cheaper shit.
Get it, got it done. Granger.
Yeah, get it cheaper, good, Granger. So when they ship something, because I have to actually physically open these packages and pull out a packing slip that I have to receive and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
When I open these, they always send a pack of nuts, a little pack of honey roasted nuts.
That's so nice.
It's so weird.
Do you
I
take the nuts?
I always take those nuts. And those poor guys that they're going to like the plant operations guys in the hospital. Like these poor guys when it's 105 degrees here in New York and they're up fixing an air conditioner so patients.
Where are the fucking
die.
nuts?
Yeah. Oh, hey, Jimmy, where's these fucking nuts? I've been waiting all the day for these fucking nuts.
You see the guy that receives the packages? That's where the nuts are going.
Oh, smell his breath. He smells like peanuts.
You take on nuts?
Where's my nuts, bro?
Are they on the packing slip? One package nuts.
No, that would be funny though. I'd cross it out. 0 package nuts. But yeah, I always take their nuts.
So that's probably what they were
doing
doing here, except for the fact that it's not every package. They're saying the free bar appeared to be packed on top of many plus-sized orders.
Oh, so it's like a clear.
Somebody had to know
Yeah.
what. I don't know. Where did they think this was going to go?
It's got to be a prank. I can't imagine Century 21 doing that because why would you want people to lose weight if you have an X line? You know what I mean? Like you think you'd want to spread your product out more. You
Right.
don't want to just sell the skinny people.
Now, if you did it for
Make the fatties
everybody,
fat.
yeah, the skinny people are more neurotic than anybody. If I
Yeah.
received an Atkins bar, I'd be like, oh, these are kind of expensive. This is nice.
Yeah, this
You
is
know?
a good
If
gesture.
I was trying to send a message to overweight women out there when they ordered my clothes, I would just put a pistol with 1 bullet in the packaging. No, I'd include a tapeworm.
Yeah. Yeah. Or send it like one size smaller, but still have the tag on. for the
One
size they
person.
ordered.
Yeah, right.
Just to fuck with them. a
You
little
could
bit.
just the tag
Yeah.
of a smaller size.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could get to this. People need to calm down with that Forever 21 shit. The granola people probably just did it like a promo deal. So some people are fighting back and saying, but why only the plus size orders? I mean, obviously, why would you send them to the skinny people, right?
Well, yeah, I guess you figure they're hungrier. You know what I mean?
If it is a dumb mistake, you have to think it only takes one person on Twitter to blow this out of proportion.
Yeah.
So funny, though.
And whatever happened to just good old ribbon, a good old joke? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Hey, fatty.
yeah, we're just joking with you.
I'm
like,
just giving
get
her an
over
old,
it.
hey, fatty.
Yeah, all shot in the arm. Hey, Pudgy, relax.
You know, before I turned 34 a week ago and my metabolism slowed down, I would have found this funny. But now
Now I'm writing a letter.
I feel the pain.
Yeah, dude, people cannot take a joke any longer. It's pretty sad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, listen, I walk a very thin line because I do not believe at all. You know, fuck you. A very fat line, all right?
That must be a very strong line. Just pictured you on a tightrope.
No, it's never happened.
Balancing a baguette.
No, but I listen, I do not believe in any hatred. I actually like cut like any kind of like negativity out of my life. I live a very positive lifestyle. I live a very strange lifestyle. But I
saw the shirt. I like you know what it is? I'm just not brave enough to wear. I couldn't pull it off.
This is, it's like a blend in with tigers in case you had any in your house. I didn't know. Yeah, get to be comfortable with me.
It's a great shirt.
Where
do you buy a shirt like that? Everything goes? It's got to be a thrift shop.
No, I don't even remember where I got.
Do they still make these kinds of shirts?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what store?
Find these. Yeah,
Kohl's. I got
tiger prints. I don't know.
Probably
I don't remember
Amazon.
where I got this, but yeah, I wear it with.
Oh, you got
I wear it with
pants on.
Yeah, I wear it with camo pants.
I love twill pants though. Like this,
Can't
this
go wrong
material.
with that. Yeah. I don't wear shorts ever.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very strange, but
it's not.
No,
I was very anti-shorts the last 2 summers.
Really.
If I'm going,
what's your reason?
I don't know what it was. I just felt. You know what it is? It's that I didn't have a big assortment of shorts.
Okay.
I didn't like this pair I'm wearing now is my one good pair, and look, the fly busted today.
Oh,
so these shorts
just today?
Yeah.
You're not really just trying to show me your cock, because I kind of think
my wife's downstairs, Chris. Just today.
All right. No, I get it. I used to have one good pair of shorts. And
so I was like, I feel like they're too much of a hassle. They never fall to where I think they should.
Listen, I'm a short guy to begin with. To wear shorts, I look like I'm in the Lollipop Guild. Like it's a joke. It's ridiculous. Like I don't even try.
It's the shorts,
not
the shirt.
No, 100%. I don't like showing ankle. I might give an Amish guy the wrong impression.
I like the shoes too. They look very comfortable.
Yeah, little boating shoes. I got my striped socks on. I'm fashionista over here. So
all right. So all the negativity, you cut it out.
100%. And it's I don't believe in hatred. Like you can't, but there's funny fucking jokes within exploring stereotypes and just these high tension situations, and that cannot go away. I'm not saying make jokes that are hateful, singling people out and abusing them,
because if it's legit hateful, it's not a joke.
Well, there's comedy in everything, I will say that.
But if you mean it,
oh yeah, if you mean
it's not a joke then.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
why I agree with you.
Yeah,
that these jokes have to be there.
Like if you use like certain racial stereotypes towards like people of color, black people, and it's within a certain guidelines, it's funny. You start slinging around the N-word, and it's like, oh, dude, like you're adding some hate to that. Like
there's no need for it.
Yeah, you don't need to go into that territory. But we all have these stereotypes that are fucking funny, and they're there for a reason. They're there because my Italian grandmother used to do this, and that's why it's a stereotype. You know what I mean? Like your uncle used to do that, and that's why it's a stereotype. It's a joke, and it's gone way too far over. The pendulum is stuck in one spot,
and it's only in one spot.
Yeah,
because like this guy Chris Morgan, when he gets into an argument at the bar, he's arguing with the drunk black guy.
Yeah,
and I don't know who's right or wrong. I didn't see how the fight started, but the black guy is saying over and over, "You cracker, you white piece of shit."
All right,
and he's saying all the racial insults, but he's allowed to. The other guy's not. How is that okay?
Nobody's allowed to.
It should be nobody's allowed.
Nobody's allowed to.
Yeah.
100%.
Either everybody is, and I'm okay with no, you shouldn't make racial insults.
Yeah.
Then nobody should.
100%.
Because if he says it and people might be like, oh, that's disgusting, but nothing's happening to that guy's life.
Yeah.
The other guy does that. His life's over. His job's over.
Oh yeah, you're done. Yeah, you're you know, I mean, they're gonna evict you from your van.
Yeah. And the reason those jokes, like you said, can't go away, because in the real world, like when I'm on the job sites, my partners are usually a black guy.
Yeah.
And the most fun we have, the most camaraderie,
breaking each other down.
we just abuse each other.
Yeah.
But on our racial stereotypes.
Yeah.
He'll
and
say,
it's
you
so
white
much
motherfuckers
fun.
do this. I'll say, yeah, but you black motherfucker. And we sit there and we laugh. We add on to the jokes.
Yeah.
Or I'll do something that he said we do. And they'll be like, see? And then we laugh. But we're like best friends.
100%. And that's honestly where comedy comes from, in my opinion. It's just like finding the faults in each other, exposing them, and laughing about it. Because nobody's perfect. We're all a mess. The human race is a mess. We're not supposed to be
Yeah,
here.
let's stop pretending these things aren't there that make us us.
100%.
Because they could exist, these things we say in jokes or stereotype wise, and it's okay.
Yeah.
And we could still coexist. We can still have a great time together. We can still
Fact
work
of
next to
life.
each other.
Yeah.
It's a fact of life.
Yeah, and it's
facts of life.
No, but really, you know what? You said you stop bringing up fat people. You got to bring up facts of life. No, but it's a lot of like, I feel like it's a lot of people who are not in that situation calling things out, where it's where the people in the situation, like you said, you and your buddies are joking with each other.
Right. Do you know how boring you'd make his day
Yeah.
if you say we can't talk to each other like that anymore?
Now, somebody else in that situation may take that out of context and say, like, oh, well, you're wrong for doing this and you're wrong for doing that. Like, dude, you're not there. You're not appreciating the joke. You're not getting the joke.
You understand that that's our
You
rapport.
don't have input on this.
You don't have input on it. You just hear something and you go, how does that make me feel insecure? Instead of addressing my feelings with it, that's too hard to do. That's too
Yeah.
uncomfortable to do. So I'm just going to turn off that faucet. Nobody could do it.
Yeah. And people are too scared nowadays to say to somebody like, oh, your feelings are wrong. Fuck you and your feelings.
Yeah, those are your feelings. Feelings aren't facts.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't like shorts. Am I going to run around everybody wearing shorts and be like, oh, fuck you and your shorts? You're a
Wear
jerk off.
shorts.
Yeah. No, I don't want to wear them, so I'm not going to wear them. I don't give a fuck what anybody else wears. Why is that a problem?
I don't know. And I feel like a lot of people, you should just mind their own business, but it's just, we give attention to the minority of people that do voice these complaints now.
Yeah.
And then we gave them power by doing that. I don't know how you take the power back. It was like when those cops came into 7-Eleven.
And social media.
Yeah. But that guy, Chris Morgan, the bagel guy, said, you know, he made fun of my height. It hurt my feelings. I want him to take legal action. The cop's like, you can't. It's too bad.
Because the guy called you short. You're going to go arrest Randy Newman for his Short People song. And you know what I mean? Like what do you, it's come on. Go, come on. Like we listen, we all watched Austin Powers movies. We all laughed at Mini-Me. We got what the joke was. He's a little tiny guy. Like that was the joke. Like
Right.
It's not, you cannot hang somebody for shit like
They
that.
just want the world to be very soft. They can't have any hard edges. But people understand when you're too comfortable, nothing changes about you. Nothing makes you stronger.
100%. And that's a world where comedy doesn't exist. And I refuse to live in it.
Well,
Every
even
day
the
is
comedy world's trying to kill it off now.
I know. And how funny is half the jokes you're hearing nowadays.
None of them are good.
And a bunch of knee slappers I'm hearing out of it, like a lot of this PC shit. No. But also, I don't think you should go so far, like I said, to just be like completely racial or homophobic.
Right,
Or just, like, I don't want to hear Eddie Murphy Raw stuff today. I can still appreciate that older style of comedy, but I don't want to hear like Eddie Murphy dropping like, you know, like calling people faggot and this and that. You know what I mean? Like,
It's
that's
also,
not cool.
if you're just doing it for the sake of being offensive or
Yeah.
the sake of making a racial joke, it's usually not funny. You got to
No,
have some
yeah.
talent to play with that rough material. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta really find the sweet spot.
Or else it's going to fall right on its face.
100%.
Case in point, on one of the only shows I ever ran, it was a quick private show at a black biker club on Staten Island.
A black biker club on Staten Island.
Shaolin Riders.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I've
So-
heard that. Okay.
They hated material. They just loved crowd work when you fucked with them.
100%.
Great, lively crowd. My friend Pat was up.
Yeah.
And he's doing his material, the whitest guy you'll ever see. And it just
I know
wasn't
that.
going for him. And they go, tell us a black joke. And he was like, nah. And they started like, tell us a black joke. And he was like, all right, I got one, but you're not gonna like it. They were like, tell it. Like, my hands are on my keys in my pocket, ready to run out of there.
Yeah, you're like the car started.
'Cause
Like,
I know what's coming. And the joke was, all right, what do you call a black pilot?
what?
A word I cannot say.
Okay. Yeah.
They loved it.
Really?
Like one
Really?
guy approached the stage like he was gonna kick his ass, but he was joking.
Yeah.
But they asked for it and they wanted it. In
Yeah.
that context, you could feel the crap. They wanted that.
Yeah.
But when you're just doing like those stupid like stock tasteless jokes, like, hey, what do you call 4 black guys in a shower?
Yeah.
That's just come on.
Yeah, I agree. It's a lot of you said it's a lot of crowd work, it's a lot of knowing your audience, knowing the room. You know what I mean? You play for that room. Would you do that joke in front of a bunch of 60-year-old, white people up at the Catskills?
No, because they'd be the most offended.
Exactly.
Well, actually, the younger white folk, the older ones, I don't know. They'd be like,
That's true.
That
You know
is what
you're
you call
right.
it. That's what I used to call my pilot.
Yeah.
I saw it last
The
night.
millennials, man, they do not want to tolerate anything.
I had to do a quick furnace job last night at the Chase building in Manhattan. And as we were leaving, the guy I was working with, he comes out of the elevator. You're supposed to let people out so you could go in, like on a subway car or an elevator.
Yeah, it's courtesy. It's common courtesy. It's human decency almost.
Right. So
Some would call it. Yeah.
this black gentleman was the guy who was supposed to let us out so he could come in. He didn't let us out. So when we walked by, my coworker's tool bag ran over the guy's foot. The guy didn't say anything, but my coworker was like, it's pretty shitty. He didn't move. Now I ran his foot over.
Yeah.
And then we get in the elevator with like an electrician or something, and the door closes. And he's like, can you believe that guy? He didn't get out of the way. And the electrician goes, yeah. And he said a racial epithet. And then my coworker goes, that's what I wanted to say. And he just said another racial epithet.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's where the other side does have a point, because
Yeah.
people just go right to that. Because
100%.
there's
Yeah.
plenty of white people who would just be inconsiderate and not get out of the way.
Yeah.
It's just he's an asshole.
Yeah.
He's not
Yeah,
an N-word
Exactly.
or this or that.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you are. You still have the capability to be an asshole.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter your skin color. It doesn't matter your fucking sexual orientation. You can still be a complete asshole. You can't lump that in
No.
with everything. I think we still have a lot of things to kind of feel out.
Race is something that we never properly addressed. And now that we
No.
are, it's the answer to it is just flip the bowl over.
Yeah.
And now it's the same thing. Because we pretend that one side can be racist and one side can't.
Well, it's you know what? It's a common theme, and people don't realize that, but it's a common theme with everything. It's sex. Sex for a long time in this country was not allowed to be brought up. Television, you had to have married couples sleeping in separate beds. You couldn't make innuendos about stuff. It was completely ignored. 100%. Then all of a sudden you got somebody like Madonna out there, and she made her whole shtick was sex, and she's labeled a whore and this. She's just being a human being, just trying to live her life. And like, yeah, you know what? Sometimes people are promiscuous. Sometimes people have free love, and that's just how it goes. But it's just because we were never dealing with it properly from the get-go, the minute it flipped, it became like a whole different thing. And all of a sudden, the whole world, we're oversexed and blah, 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 blah. No, you know what? You should have grabbed the tiger by the tail from the get-go and dealt with it
Right.
the way, because we're human beings. We have sex. We're human beings. We're different colors.
And we
We're
see
human
these
beings.
differences,
Yeah, like,
and we
there's
talk
all
about
these
them.
things. Like, you got to deal with it from the get-go. And that's what I try to do with my children. Like you said, my son's 9 years old. We're watching Caddyshack with tits in it. And it's just like, well, man,
Tits
you're
are
gonna
out
see
there.
Tits. Yeah, they're tits. People got them.
They got him, man.
Yeah.
I got him.
Got him good. Tits.
Tits, all right. Dad, why is your shirt open?
Touch them. That's my slogan for tits. Get them, got them good.
Pee between my tits.
Pee between my tits. Man, that's a whole level of kink you just opened up to me.
All right. Do you know who Terrible Tim is?
Of course I know
Who doesn't know Terrible
is.
Tim?
Yeah, you kidding me?
My best friend's father, who's
Yeah.
into his 60s,
Yeah.
knows Terrible Tim from the public access TV show.
Yeah,
He's like, I've seen
Timothy
this guy for
Terrible
years.
Tunes. Yeah, I grew up watching it. You know what? Zaluga and I, many moons ago, like 20 years ago, we put a show on cable access called Evil Immigrants, and it was nothing. That was just happened to be a name we picked.
Somebody was getting
Actually,
ready for 2016 pretty
that
early.
was it. No, it was a group of people I would do videos with, and he helped us get it on TV. So he actually had nothing to do with picking the name. It was just like a weird name that we had picked. Nothing to do with
It just
anything.
goes well together.
Yeah, and then
Trump's like, I like it. Copyright it. 2020.
put it on a wall, and it aired once and got torn down. And the industrial television guys gave us like an award for it, and Terrible Tim was there, and it was like a whole thing. Like we were in the
Stable.
company, yeah. Like we were, and they kind of wanted us to do like a Stuttering John type of thing where we would like go out and annoy people, because that was a lot of videos, like pre-Jackass. We'd run out with a video camera.
It sounds like the greatest show I
and
ever heard.
Yeah, it was
I want
pretty
to
wild.
see Evil Immigrants.
I'll see if we can find it. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get me a clip.
And but we didn't want to do that thing. We didn't want to be like somebody's pony boys. So like,
Well, I gotta
we were
say,
in with those guys. for a
Terrible
while.
Tim, I would call him a conspiracy theorist, but he would say there's no conspiracy theories, only conspiracies. So I don't know what you'd call him, like a
Okay.
conspiracy aficionado.
He's completely insane. I that's what I would call him.
Right.
Yeah.
But I can't write the guy off because he's a nice guy at heart.
Yeah.
And he made a song when my son was born called The Son of Sal.
Okay.
And I thought it was going to be like abusing me because that's what he does.
Mhm.
It's actually a very nice song.
Yeah.
So he emails in.
wrote a nice. Terrible Tim wrote a nice song.
Yeah, it was
I
how he
can't picture that.
prophesized the son of Sal.
Okay.
And there's nothing bad said in it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It actually kind of when I finally heard it live, I felt touched.
That's cute.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, Terrible Tim, though I disagree with him sometimes, he emails in every week. The guy listens to the show and he tries to participate.
Hey Tim.
But usually, look at all these Terrible Tim emails. The thing is,
Oh geez.
he makes such big diatribes, or he wants me to watch like a whole 2-hour episode clip that he sends me.
Hey Tim, I rode here on a chemtrail. Just so you know.
So let's see. He sent me an email on fake moon landing day.
Oh wait, does he have time to write while he's busy storming Area 51?
Oh,
Like,
that's what I wanted to talk about. That's good. I forgot about that. I wonder if he would storm it. He'd be at the back like a general. This is not why he's running at the gate.
Well, you know, if he had some initiative and he actually wanted to do something, he would get up and have the gumption.
Well, you know the
I think he's
guys
too lazy.
that make music when you're walking into war? He would be like playing.
Like the fife drum guy. and-
Yeah, he'd be
Yeah.
playing the guitar, storming
Yeah.
Area 51.
Represent.
You know what, Tim? I want to know your opinion on the whole storming Area 51 thing. He
It's
said,
a conspiracy.
so on the
That's what
moon,
he's gonna say.
the moon landing day, he said, Sal, add Darren Joseph to the list of folks who are getting woked to the fake moon landing.
Oh no.
Darren was saying that all day. It was the day of my kid's baptism. Darren was at my house, and I was talking to the priest who baptized my son about the moon landing, how he remembered watching it on TV, and Darren was saying it's fake.
Watch out, Buzz Aldrin's gonna punch you in the face, man. That's what he does.
How do you feel about all these folks starting their journey into reality, saying people are getting more woke to it? He wants to know Chris Brooks' opinion, but Chris isn't here today. He'll just say it's real, I'm sure, but we'll ask him next week. And he said, check out his public TV show regarding the fake space show. All right, so everybody check out Terrible Tim. Speaking of the priest, this is actually the first show we're doing since the entire studio and podcast equipment was blessed by a Catholic priest.
Oh, that's what I felt that burning.
Before he left, I said,
Yeah.
"Could you bless the house?"
Really?
So he walks into the house.
The Exorcist, like he's
Yeah,
like,
this is a little he walks
All
into the
right.
house. There's people sitting at the kitchen table, and he's
Really?
blessing the living room. They're all trying not to laugh.
Jesus.
I was trying to be all serious. It
Yeah,
was-
yeah.
felt a little awkward, but I asked him to do
Of
it.
course, it's a super awkward thing. Yeah.
But he came up here. He threw holy water all over the stuff,
Holy shit.
and he said, "May many creative things come out of these microphones."
okay.
Blessed.
They have Chris Sorrentino on here. It'd be fat and ugly. Oh man, I gotta piss.
We're almost done.
Oh, am I gonna kill the lights? Okay. Oh wait. All right.
Sal, you were right. Not only is it, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Sal, you were right. Not only is it not only that, but it is way worse and much more creepier and scarier. Get woked. The gay pride injury parade was going the wrong way, like fucking F Troop, son.
Yeah.
Everything you and Chris Brook believes to be true is probably beyond all reasonable doubt false. I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know, but I'm laughing because he's missed a comma. Should be F Troop, comma, son. I'm sorry, Tim. I'm a grammar conspiracy guy.
Well, it's definitely something I said on the show that he heard, and he's referring to that. I always bring up Terrible Tim, and I never bring it anywhere concise. But at least I'm bringing him up, right? And
yeah.
That brings us to Area 51, the storming of Area 51.
Tim, I hope everything is well. That's all I got to say.
I want people to storm Area 51.
You really do?
I wouldn't sign up for it, but I just like the fact that a bunch of people, I don't think they're going to do it. I like the idea of people getting
there. There's nothing there. It's going to be a bunch of people going in a government facility and finding like old airplanes. Like, there's nothing there.
I think there could be stuff there. I think there could be stuff there.
Well, you don't think honestly
Bob
there
Lazar.
was, and these people are talking about the government's gonna just like
Leave them there?
it? Yeah,
No, I
they'll
don't.
be like, oh, mom's gonna throw our toys away. Move them. Like, I'm gonna get them out of the living room, hide them under the bed. Like, that's exactly all it is.
But I like the idea.
Don't announce it. Just do it.
Yeah, but how do you organize 1 million people? You need enough fodder to run at the gate
Yeah.
and get mowed down. I just like the idea of a bunch of people coming together and saying, hey, fuck you, we're going through this gate, and going through the gate. They'll never get there.
I do like that, like, sense of that, like, anarchy. Like, a bunch of people, like, we're gonna take this into our hands and get out there. And
We waited long enough for you to tell us.
what do you think? You're gonna find that warehouse from Raiders of the Lost Ark? You know what I mean? Like, you really got like that shit's not real.
Well, it's a very narrow, long road that goes on for miles to get to the
Yeah.
gate. So they wouldn't even be able to fit down the gate, like, to get there. It would be traffic.
It'd pass out by the time they got there.
It would be, yeah.
It's not real, man. Like, I believe that I believe there are extraterrestrials and they're way smarter than us. The human race is not supposed to be here. We're an accident. If you could tell, the way the Earth has certain checks and balances. There's certain things. There's always a predator to take out the higher organisms.
And you think that's them?
No. I mean, there's nothing to take out the human race. That's why we have shit like cancer and diabetes, because that's the only thing taking us out. The Earth wasn't originally equipped to take us
Well,
out.
climate change.
We're not
will.
supposed to be here.
Well, it took out the dinosaurs.
Well, that was a meteor.
Yeah,
That was extraterrestrial.
it was.
Yeah, technically that was extraterrestrial. I don't think that if we didn't get an extraterrestrial end to the dinosaurs, they would have climbed up the evolutionary scale.
We probably wouldn't have been around.
No, it would have been like Super Mario Brothers, the movie. It would have had Dennis Hopper as Koopa running the world instead of Donald Trump.
He looks like a Koopa. What do they call those guys? The Goombas?
The Goombas?
Yeah.
Who, Trump?
Yeah. The ones from the Mario Brothers movie, not the game. He looks
not
like
the game. Yeah,
you put
Oh, yeah.
a bad haircut on one of those.
those little guys stick them a bunch of them in the elevator.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you go pee, and we're gonna end it here.
Oh, I gotta be so bad.
Yeah. The Super Live Adventure Podcast. I was on it about a year ago. I had a really great time on it. You guys run a
Yeah,
great show,
come
great
back
live
on,
show
man.
too.
Thank
when
you.
when you do it live, I have a lot of
Yeah.
doo-doo. If you take anything from this.
Take the doo-doo.
Yeah. So where can everybody get the Super Live Adventure Podcast?
Oh man, you could hear us on everywhere. Anywhere you listen to the podcast. We're on iTunes, we're on Stitcher, we're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, anywhere you're listening to podcasts. You can find us on Instagram at SLAP Podcast, SLAP Podcast. Same thing on Twitter. Facebook, Super Live Adventure Podcast. You can find me at chrisjsorrentino.com. I'm a freelance artist. You can check out some of the art I do.
How much does it cost for a website? I need to get a website for this podcast.
It's like $200 a year if you
Oh, that's
go
not
through like
bad.
Squarespace.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
pretty easy. I'll show you.
Thanks, man. I want to have you back on again soon. This was a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah, and come on the slap, man. Please come back on.
Yeah, let me know when. Know when. All right. So I gotta get back into this window to end the show. So thanks again, Chris.
Oh, thanks for having me, Sal.
And we'll see you guys soon at Slant Show on all the social medias. Get this podcast. If you're listening to it, you already know where to get it. So why would I say, right?
Oh.
Done. All right, let's get off the live mediums.
I'ma go pee.
All right, when you go downstairs, though,
Yeah.
the baby is probably in bed now. So just keep it down.